give a little bit more insight to what makes Braun
like that
Braun.
Pat McAfee interview. I feel like that's like a preview of like what he gonna be on like when he retired. So I feel like once he retired, he kind of has
hyperbolic
the
LeBron. Yeah, I need that. Yup.
Hyperbolic
that's gonna
LeBron.
be tough. And to round out basketball, we have March Madness finally going. We getting into the Elite Eight.
Who?
Mike, I know you have some words.
Let me
Tell me
tap
about
in.
your bracket, man.
Let me tap in real quick, y'all. Cause y'all, I'm
Yeah,
locked in. You feel
Yo,
me?
you locked in for real?
yeah,
Yeah, bro. So,
bro.
for my bracket in March Madness, right? I got the Florida Gators winning it all. But to be fair, I feel like my bracket not gonna be 100% right. Obviously, well, not already. It will be under 90%. I feel like because the Elite Eight, when it comes to making brackets, I feel like making it to the Sweet 16 is the easy part. Most of the teams you expect them to win the games. Every couple years, you get a couple like mishaps when like a number one seed gets blown
Like
out
upset.
or get beat. But typically, to the Sweet 16 is pretty easy. Once you get to the Elite Eight, that's when things get scary because that when you don't know whether your team will come out and play that day.
Yeah.
So right now, I was telling one of my coworkers this, but I'm scared about Duke. Cause I had Duke making it all the way to the championship game, but the way Alabama been playing has been
They've been
on the tear for the past
Is Auburn
last
in
three
the Elite Eight?
games. Auburn,
Is there any Elite Eight?
yes.
Ooh, yeah.
All my Sweet 16 teams picks were correct. So yeah, Auburn made it. Florida,
SEC work.
oh yeah, Alabama. Who else team?
Houston in there.
Houston in there. Tennessee.
Word. Yeah,
Houston and Texas Tech is in there.
I heard Houston this year been cold though. Houston basketball cold this year.
Florida finna play Tech this today.
And,
really? Florida
I got
plays
Florida
Tech?
winning. And I got Florida winning. So for y'all, for the viewers, my bracket's at 99.6% correct right now.
Damn, that's a bad thing. Is it supposed to be March Madness? Where's the madness? 96% right.
No, so when I first,
there was that one team, that McNeese team that won that one game.
yeah,
They
McNeese
upset.
screwed me over because I didn't have them beating Clemson.
Oh yeah,
Louisville, and then I forgot
came in to start the party.
I missed 3 games out of all of them.
Okay.
But I mean, it's madness. Trust me, because a lot of these games that I got correct were like last second points. Like the Tech game,
Yeah.
I went to sleep on that game. Cause I watched it the fourth quarter. They were down by like 12, and I was like, all right, this game's over. I don't see Tech coming back. The dude brought that boy to overtime and came in clutch.
Yeah. Even the Houston game, they won off a last second shot against Purdue.
I think this Elite Eight, what we need to see is these high scoring games. You're gonna see like, ain't gonna lie, Alabama put a 110 on I forgot the team to play against. Oh, BYU was crazy work because they shot lights out.
Didn't they set the record for like threes or something that game, right?
Yeah. But the Alabama team raw. That Alabama and Auburn team.
But they were hot. They were hot.
Yeah,
that's
them boys cold though.
That's the thing about
them boys is really nice.
March Madness, where you gotta be hot at the right moments. See, they're hot last week, but they, to be honest, they didn't need to be hot against BYU. They could play regular basketball and would have beat BYU
and would have still won. So like you kind of like fear that next game they might not be.
They're not gonna come out as litty.
Okay. Because I get it now.
But that's how college basketball is. It's very much streaky basketball. You're hot one day, and the next game you can't hit nothing. Because that what happened with Tech. Tech was streaky throughout the majority of the March Madness, but came and played against and they were struggling. They couldn't hit nothing. Like beginning of that game, they looked horrible. I ain't gonna lie to you. The first half was horrible. Them boy was bricking. So that's the thing about college basketball. That what makes March Madness because everybody in college are streaky shooters. There's no such thing as
it's all about momentum.
Yes. Then
it's all about momentum because it's not like the NBA where it's like you actually have a consistent base as to like what you can expect out of somebody. It's just like college is like you just got people hooping, and then it's like when you're on, and when you're not, it's kind of like it's looking bad.
Yeah.
And I feel like the best teams are able to win when they're not hot. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying?
And I think a lot of these teams who make it to the NCAA, a lot of these dudes, they got one or two players who are like 30-point average players, and if they don't put up 30 points that game, they're not winning. Like there's no like that's why I say Duke looks so good to me this year because when Flag got hurt during their conference bracket play, Flag got hurt and Duke still looked good.
Yeah.
They had another freshman who
I seen
looked
that,
just as
yeah.
good as him. Only thing different that he don't have a shot. That's the only difference. But he is more aggressive on the defensive end than Flag was.
Oh, that's
It's a good
tough.
game.
That's
It's a
tough.
good
You
game.
know, Duke always stay deep, man.
You know what's
Duke
crazy?
always
I
stay
was
deep.
gonna
So
say
your pick is for winning it all is
Yes,
Florida.
I got
Really,
them playing against Duke in the championship game.
you know who my pick
Ooh,
is,
big
bro?
Gators,
My
man.
pick, and this is gonna be so casual. I've only watched one basketball game this whole year, college basketball, and it was the Iron Bowl. Technically, it's the Iron Bowl in football, but it's the Iron Bowl, whatever. Anything, Auburn, Bama, Iron Bowl. Just call it what it is, bro. I'm talking about. That may have been some of the best college hoops I've seen. Like, not only was it the Iron Bowl, so you know everybody beefing hard, like in the stadium jumping. But Auburn and Alabama were going blow for blow, back to back. And I know Auburn lost, but I'm not gonna lie. They look so sweet, and they got a big man that I think is running for National Player of the Year right now with Cooper Flag. Hard. Really, really solid big, bro. I don't know his name off the top. Hez may have to get me on that, but he's nice. I really want Auburn to go make that title run, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. I think that roster is just so well constructed. Apparently, them boys were a couple of transfers away a couple of years ago and missed out. They got some transfers in, and now they're realizing their full potential. It's cool to see young guys like buy in at that level. Again, that's the only basketball game I watched this year, so this is coming from a very like
So
not close, but I do think just from my little eye test, I like Auburn. I know Duke and Cooper Flag got the motion. I just was speaking on Bama. Them Bama boys, all they do is shoot. I'm not gonna lie. It don't matter if it's a floater, a turnaround, a hezzy step back. It don't matter if they coming from the left, the right, the middle. They could be sending someone from the back end to do cutback work. They just shoot. They are pure shooters. They just gotta have a little rhythm and they own it. So I'm saying that to say, and Alabama beat that Auburn team, by the way. When a last second buzzer beater type of win too. I still got Auburn going to the Natty and winning it all against Duke, ironically enough. So yeah.
it's funny you say that about Alabama and Auburn because that is also a possibility of the championship game because they won't be able to see each other.
That would be so tough.
until
Iron Bowl rematch would be tough. I'd actually tune in. An Iron Bowl rematch would be tough because the first game was amazing. The first game was like, holy moly, these boys know what's on the line. Like them boys were playing in that first Iron Bowl game. Like, yeah, y'all can't. If y'all go home today, y'all go get death threats. That's how they was hooping. I'm not even lying to you. They was hooping like they hair was on fire, like for real. So yeah, I'm excited to see. And now that I think Final Four, I'm gonna start tuning in a little bit more. That's usually how I do it every March, man. It's too many games to watch.
Final Four will be next week.
Yeah, next week. I think I'm gonna start tuning in next week.
Yeah, we're getting close. Elite Eight is this weekend.
Yeah.
I think. So
they did Sweet 16 Thursday and Friday, and then the Elite Eight will be today and tomorrow. So today will be Duke and Alabama, and Florida and Texas Tech.
Who's Michigan State playing?
They play against Auburn.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
And Houston playing Tennessee tomorrow.
So
hey,
I think
man,
Houston can beat
some
Tennessee.
hoops.
Yeah, I was about to say I low-key got my chips on Houston, man.
You got your chips on Houston going all the way to the title.
Houston got to get through Duke. That's the thing is. Houston got to go through Duke.
That's gonna be tough, bro.
And Cooper Flag, dog.
Hey, man, I'm just betting on that being the one game Duke lack, bro.
Hey,
excuse me.
Cause
they're not like Kentucky. They ain't gonna do that.
So my picks for the year, my picks for this week or today will be Florida and Duke. But I'm scared for Duke. I'm not really scared about Texas Tech. Florida look way too dominant, even though I think they play Tuesday. Yeah, on Tuesday when they play against Maryland, they look kind of sluggish.
Mm-hmm.
But in the second half, they blew them out the water. They almost had them by 20. So I'm not, let's say, too worried. I just feel like Texas Tech, that last game for Texas Tech was hard. That was a hard-fought battle, and that plays into you
You're right.
only get a day
facts.
off.
Correct.
You only get a day
yeah,
off.
And then we back to tournament play.
Then you back to tournament play. So
Facts.
that long game, the wear and tear on these players, I feel that will affect them. This game, but we'll see if they come out and they hitting, hey, ball up top. You feel me?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the two for all my bracket people, the game you should be worried about, I feel like the Duke Alabama game and the Auburn and Michigan State game. Those are the two games y'all should be looking out for. I feel like
tuning in for that one.
The Houston and Tennessee game, I feel like Houston should come out on top. Florida Tech, I feel like Florida should come out on top. Just the teams are scoring wise, these teams are more consistent than the other team. So that's and honestly, if you in college hoops, everybody play decent defense, but a consistent team that can score a lot is scary. That's why. That's why I say Alabama is scary.
That's why Alabama, cause them boys just pull up and drop. I'm not gonna lie, them Bama boys is crazy. They like the type of boys. I'm not all 5 of them too. The type of boys to run floor and just pull for no reason, smash.
Yep.
That Bama team is got snipers, like relentless shooting. I'd be surprised them boys' arms and wrists don't get tired how much they be shooting, bro. For real.
I want to touch on the women's side real quick. Cause,
let's go ahead and tap that in. I got a bracket for that too.
Damn, we got your bracket. How your bracket look like for the women's side? I was gonna touch on the fact that Juju tore ACL.